High blood pressure affects 1 in 3 people in the US. It's estimated to affect 1 billion people worldwide. If not kept under control, it can lead to heart attacks and strokes. Medications can help regulate blood pressure, but there are risks and side effects associated with artificially lowering it. That's why we're going to count down the top 10 ways to naturally help lower your blood pressure. We'll discover how one food you likely have in your kitchen could have the potential to lower blood pressure as much as certain medications. Plus, learn how one simple strategy that's free and can be done in 5 minutes a day could significantly ease hypertension. But before we let you in on the top 10 ways to naturally help lower your blood pressure, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Heart Disease Code. We've got amazing new content each week. Also stick around because later in this video, we'll show you how to receive 2 free gifts on us. To help lower blood pressure naturally, you may be looking for interesting supplements. But did you know there are some easy and inexpensive lifestyle changes you can make instead? Number 10. Reduce chemicals. Swapping the packaging of food items and personal care products could make a significant difference to blood pressure, and here's why. The chemicals such as bisphenol A or BPA for short, found in food containers such as plastic bottles, tins, cartons, toiletries, and feminine hygiene products can contribute to hypertension. Studies show that exposure to BPA often leads to a rise in blood pressure. One example is a Korean study. This showed that systolic blood pressure increases by 4.5 milligrams of mercury after consumption of 2 canned beverages, soft drinks or soups. However, there was no change after consumption of the same 2 beverages from glass bottles. Numerous studies have found a connection between levels of the chemical BPA in the urine and hypertension, indicating a 27 to 135% greater risk of high blood pressure in people with high BPA levels. What can we do about this? The good news is that research has shown those who avoid packaged foods reduce the level of BPA in their bodies. A 2011 study reported participants who avoided packaged foods for 3 days had a 66% reduction of BPA in their urine. Therefore, wherever possible, avoid packaged foods and drink bottles that are made from plastics. Easy ways to make this change are to use a glass or stainless steel water bottle rather than buying plastic ones. Store foods in repurposed glass jars. Swap out plastic lunch boxes for stainless steel. Next, let's uncover a common food that has been proven to help reduce hypertension. Number 9. Use garlic daily. Garlic has been used for centuries medicinally. It has many health benefits which include lowering blood pressure. A 2016 review of numerous studies found that high doses of garlic can reduce blood pressure in individuals with hypertension. Further to this, a trial on aged garlic extract found that it lowered systolic blood pressure, the top number, comparable to the lowering achieved by conventional medications. And the reason it's so beneficial is thought to be due to a compound it contains called allicin. This may prevent the production of angiotensin 2, a compound that causes blood vessels to tighten up, leading to higher blood pressure. Thus, allicin can help blood to flow with ease, therefore reducing blood pressure. Garlic is also a great source of other heart-healthy vitamins and minerals such as vitamin B6, manganese, selenium, vitamin C, and potassium. Potassium is a critical mineral for blood pressure due to the way it helps the body get rid of excess sodium, which leads me to number 8, reduce sodium. Sodium found in salt draws water from the kidneys into our body. Having a high amount of it in the body can cause fluid retention, especially in those who are salt sensitive. Having fluid retention increases the blood volume, which in turn raises blood pressure. Thus, reducing the amount of salt we eat can be a key factor in lowering blood pressure. One of the best ways to do this is to avoid processed foods that have high amounts of salt in them. When buying packaged foods, check the sodium content. The recommended daily amount is 2,300 milligrams, so be sure to keep your intake under this amount. Whole foods are naturally low in sodium, So opt for lots of fresh vegetables, nuts, seeds, fruits, and lean proteins. As you can see, whole foods can help blood pressure. This brings me to our next way to naturally lower blood pressure. Number 7. Avoid processed foods. Food manufacturers add a lot of salt to their products to enhance flavour. The American Heart Association have listed the 6 worst offenders for high salt, and these are bread, pizza, cured meats, sandwiches, canned soups, taco and burritos with topping. Toppings can be very high in sodium, so avoid these and make your own. The issue with these foods is not only do they have a high amount of salt in them, but they have little to no nutrition. Getting the right amount of nutrients is vital to keep your blood vessels working optimally. Hence why we're going to look at some key minerals that will help keep your blood pressure in check. Number 6. Get plenty of magnesium. This mineral handles hundreds of functions in the body, including regulating blood pressure. According to a review by cardiologist Mark Houston, a magnesium intake of 500 milligrams a day to 1,000 milligrams a day may reduce blood pressure as much as 5.6 over 2.8 milligrams of mercury. Magnesium is thought to be critical for blood pressure because it helps the blood vessels relax, along with helping nerves and muscles to function. Furthermore, it's essential for the transport of potassium, which is also vital for blood pressure regulation. So what are the top sources of magnesium? Leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, nuts such as almonds, cashews and Brazil nuts, dark chocolate, and bananas. Bananas are also a great source of potassium, which we'll discuss the importance of in just a second. But if you can't get enough of these tips for helping to lower blood pressure and improving your heart health, then why not download our free ebook, The Surprising Truth About Fat and Cholesterol. And if you'd really like to understand the full picture for fighting and preventing heart disease, check out episode 1 of The Untold Story of Heart Disease. Both gifts are free and waiting for you now. Just click the link in the description below. Number 5. Potassium. It's important to ensure you're getting adequate potassium for blood pressure regulation. As we've already learned, too much sodium can cause hypertension. This is especially true when potassium levels are too low. An imbalance of sodium and potassium can be the result of a diet of processed food. As we already mentioned, sodium causes the kidneys to hold on to fluid and not excrete it. This can cause fluid to build up and pressure within blood vessels to increase. Potassium also aids the blood vessels to relax and muscles to function optimally. Foods that are rich in this mineral are bananas, along with fruits such as oranges and grapefruit. Many vegetables such as broccoli, sweet potato and spinach are also a good source of potassium. As you can see, eating a diet high in plant foods can help lower blood pressure, as it provides the minerals that support blood pressure regulation. Now let's look at a vegetable that helps activate a special molecule to keep our blood vessels dilated. Number 4. Beetroot. This vegetable provides a great source of nutrients such as folate, vitamin C, magnesium, potassium. Both magnesium and potassium, we learned, are beneficial for blood pressure. But there is another reason scientists believe beets are beneficial for lowering blood pressure. This is because they contain dietary nitrates which help the body produce nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a molecule that dilates blood vessels, resulting in a reduction of blood pressure. There are numerous studies that have found beets to help hypertension. For example, a 2015 study observed 68 people with hypertension. They looked at the effects of drinking 250 millilitres of beetroot juice every day. The researchers found that doing so significantly lowered blood pressure after ingestion. Interestingly, there is something else that can create nitric oxide in the body, and this isn't something we eat. Can you guess what it is? Number 3. Sunshine. Sun not only helps the body produce nitric oxide, but also vitamin D. This is an important vitamin for the regulation of blood pressure. Deficiency in it is associated with hypertension. However, it appears there's another way in which the sun can help blood pressure. Researcher Gerald Pollack, PhD, made a fascinating discovery regarding the sun and blood pressure regulation. He identified something called the exclusion zone. This is basically the sun making blood vessels slick by creating an area between blood flow and the blood vessel wall. A larger area allows blood to flow with greater ease. A larger exclusion zone is created by getting more sun. So be sure you're getting adequate sun and your levels of vitamin D are in a healthy range. You can always request a blood test to check how much vitamin you have. If you're worried about being out in the sun, then be sure to slowly build up your tolerance to the sun and never let your skin get burned. But do make the most of this free natural solution for lowering blood pressure. Along with vitamin D deficiency, having chronic pain can cause hypertension. So what can we do about this? This brings me to number 2, chiropractic care. Did you know that chiropractic care can be hugely beneficial for pain relief? And reducing chronic pain can help lower blood pressure. Further to this, regular adjustments realign the spine. This enables our muscles and blood vessels to relax as they should. Chiropractic work also aids to control the autonomic nervous system. This is the electrical system of nerves that assist in controlling blood pressure. A remarkable 2007 clinical trial showed that correction of upper cervical spine dysfunction by chiropractic spinal manipulation causes marked and sustained reductions in blood pressure similar to the use of 2-drug combination therapy. Finding a good chiropractor can pay dividends for your health in terms of reducing pain and lowering blood pressure. Now we're about to reveal our number 1 way to lower blood pressure. It will only take you 5 minutes a day, it's free, and you can do it pretty much anywhere. Before we get to that, don't forget to grab both of your 2 free gifts, The Truth About Fat and Cholesterol and Episode 1 of The Untold Story of Heart Disease by clicking the link in the description below. I'm sure you're aware of the role stress can play on health, and this is definitely the case when it comes to hypertension. That's where our number 1 way to reduce blood pressure steps in. Breathe deeply. Taking 5 minutes a day to do deep breathing can significantly help lower blood pressure. A study in 2005 showed that simply taking 6 deep breaths in a period of 30 seconds reduced systolic blood pressure by 3.4 to 3.9 units compared to just sitting quietly. These results are consistent with a long line of evidence suggesting that deep breathing can improve hypertension. So what happens when you do easy breathing exercises? First, you start to calm your sympathetic nervous system and your fight or flight response. This lowers feelings of stress. Second, blood flow increases to your body tissues. This reduces resistance in your blood vessels so blood can flow with greater ease. Thirdly, your diaphragm moves up and down, which enhances blood flow towards the heart. So why not take 5 minutes of your day to do some deep breathing exercises? You can do it when driving, in the shower, or when making dinner. And best of all, it's free. So there you have 10 amazing ways to lower your blood pressure naturally. Let us know in the comments below if there were any that surprised you. Make sure to stay tuned to Heart Disease Code to discover more wonderful nutrition and wellness insights. And once again, don't leave without grabbing both of your 2 free gifts. Just click that link below. Thanks for watching. Have a heart-healthy day.